What's up, YouTube? Today I will share with you my best 11, but one thing is quite important. The best 11 I saw playing, so don't expect legendary players like Di Stefan, Cruyff, Pelé, etc., since I never saw those guys playing. Maybe in the future I will do the best 11 ever. In this case, I will do my own research on that front. For this, I will go with the players I saw. A lot of people that watch my videos are around my age, so you guys will relate most likely with the players I will share today. And if in the end you end up enjoying this one, look, feel free to leave a like. I can do more series like this. For example, the best Premier League 11 or the best Champions League 11. So again, I'm trying something new. I would love if you guys show support, and the best way to show support is always leaving a like, sharing the good things basically. So let's move on into this. Today there is no disclaimer since I will not provide any type of financial information, and yeah, let's go with that. So let's move on. And you guys are seeing, wait, this is your best 11. Where is Messi? Where is Cristiano Ronaldo? I was expecting something quite different. So this is my alternative 11, and I will start with Manuel Neuer, and you guys will understand my logic very fast. So on the best goalkeeper I ever saw playing is not Manuel Neuer, but I think he's one of the best and will be my second choice for that position. So who is the choice for the position? You guys are probably expecting this one, but is the man, Gianluigi Buffon. For me, the best goalkeeper ever. The reason I'm end up putting Neuer on second place is I actually believe there is a good chance that when everything is done, Neuer can actually be the best goalkeeper ever. The reason I'm still not putting Neuer the best goalkeeper ever, even though I think it's debatable, of course. And again, I'm saying ever. You guys get the point that I saw playing. I'm sorry because actually it's two different things. But if Neuer wins, let's say World Cup again, another Champions League, which, by the way, those are big ifs, but they are possible. So, if another major trophy comes for Manuel Neuer, I can see Manuel Neuer passing, at least in my rankings, Buffon. For now, I will go Buffon. I think Buffon, I mean, what can I say? I was a kid and this man was already popular. So yeah, a legend, one of the best ever, without any type of doubt. The best ever will always be debatable. Some vintage goalkeepers end up being great at the time. For me, for the goalkeepers I saw, Buffon is my number one choice. And with that in mind, I end up choosing the Panini Calciator sticker, which I think is a beautiful sticker. Keep one thing in mind: condition rarity is the only thing you should focus on. Those ones. Actually, let's go a little bit back. This is a sticker for Neuer that is actually. I would say one of the most difficult to find. Not saying it's difficult, but there is, I believe, three rookies for Manuel Neuer. One is a card for Champions League, and the other is a sticker for Champions League. So this was a sticker for Bundesliga. I tend to believe this is the more difficult to find, but I have no data to back that stance basically. But again, a beautiful sticker, and like I said, the best goalkeeper I saw, Gianluigi Buffon, with the Panini Calciator sticker. So right back, you guys are seeing Daniel Alves, and I thought Daniel Alves could be actually the best option, but I could not do it. The man I think is the best one is, you guys are probably also expecting this one. Let's see, is Cafu. I think Cafu was the best right defender ever. I mean, ended up winning World Cup two times actually. Daniel Alves, even though he's the player with the most trophies ever, never won World Cup. And for Brazilian people, you guys know that's crucial, basically. And I have amazing memories of Cafu playing. I remember people telling that Cafu was the best ever, and I was a kid at the time. And yeah, I honestly think Cafu deserves to be the best right back I saw playing. I think Daniel Alves, I'm sorry, was another very good option. Same with Buffon. If you disagree and if you think Neuer was the best, I think that's fine. I think even Casillas could be into that conversation. Peter Schmeichel. And with Cafu, again, Daniel Alves, a great option. Lem, another great option. I'm going with Cafu for now. So, next, central defenders. Let's start with the first one. Puyol. Puyol is not my choice, but I thought was one of the best options. If you guys remember Puyol, I mean, a leader, captain, a idol for Barcelona fans. But I think this was the central defenders end up being a very tough choice. So my choice for this one was let's see, let's go and show it. Sergio Ramos. For the rookie on Puyol, end up going with the Mundicromo card. I think is a nice card. Again, a lot of times off center. But the defender, I think, for me, is the best defender I saw on this particular position is Sergio Ramos. I mean, Sergio Ramos is just insane. 2 Euro Cups, 1 World Cup, I believe 4 Champions League, and always being a key player. I mean, especially on Champions League. If you guys remember, this man ended up scoring, I believe, in 2 Champions League finals for a defender. That's impressive, and for me, one of the best ever. I personally, if you don't count Beckenbauer, I think because Beckenbauer was different, was also a player ahead of his time, but at least the players I saw, Sergio Ramos is the best central defender again that I saw. End up going with the Panini Mega Cracks 2004. For me, the most iconic pre-modern set, and this card is just beautiful. Is actually quite difficult to find, especially if you compare with Mundicromo and the ST sticker. And again, Sergio Ramos, for me, GOAT type of player in his position. To make a pair with Sergio Ramos, I need to choose another one. I thought Alessandro Nesta was a great choice, but is not my choice. So before I go into my choice, let me say one thing about Alessandro Nesta. In this position, look, I put Alessandro Nesta, but you could say, what about Cannavaro? What about Piqué? Even I know a lot of people like Piqué, but Piqué has an amazing career. I think all of those options are incredible. But I thought Alessandro Nesta, if you saw Alessandro Nesta, you know how special this defender was. But even then, end up not making my best 11. So the player going with Sergio Ramos is Paolo Maldini. And you can tell me, wait, Paolo Maldini ended up playing on the left back. Don't you think makes more sense there? When I show you my left back, you will understand why I ended up putting Maldini on as a central defender. And by the way, the memories I have about Paolo Maldini are more of him playing on the central as a central defender. He was an amazing left defender, but a little bit early in his career. I don't remember that well. But even as a central defender, Paolo Maldini was just a machine. Again, such a legendary player. I think Sergio Ramos and Paolo Maldini. Actually, there is a fun thing about those two. Sergio Ramos, at the start of his career, also played at the right back, and again, Paolo Maldini played on the left back. So that's why I put those together. I think, again, amazing pair to have on my team. The next one will be the left defender. In this case, you guys are seeing Marcelo. I thought Marcelo had an argument. Not a strong one, because I think the left defender ended up choosing is a clear winner on this one. But I thought Marcelo ended up winning a lot of things with Real Madrid. Was a player with some type of magic around him. Sometimes not even the best defender, but was so good at attacking that made him quite special. So Marcelo, I thought, deserves a mention at least. But my choice, and this one I'm pretty sure most of you guys know, is Roberto Carlos. I mean, this man is just a legend for me. His power, the way he ended up kicking the ball, his free kicks. I'm talking about just a machine. I mean, Roberto Carlos, the reason I ended up doing this adaptation almost was I really want to have Roberto Carlos as my left defender. I can see Maldini going to that position, but I thought, you know what, Maldini also played on the center, so why not going this way? Look, this is my defensive side, basically: Buffon, Cafu, Sergio Ramos, Maldini, and Roberto Carlos. I think you can disagree, but you probably respect all of those five players. Moving on into the midfield, and again, I end up not putting a crazy defensive midfielder like Kanté or even Makelele in the past, for example. Well, the reason is I love other type of players. Not saying those players are not amazing, because those players are also amazing. But one of the choices I really tried to put on the team was Andrea Pirlo. Andrea Pirlo, I mean, pure class. Again, one of the best midfielders I ever saw. All of those players you are seeing on the screen, even the secondary ones, are some of the best players I ever saw. I'm talking about greatness and not random players. But I thought Andrea Pirlo had strong competition. Actually, this you can make argument that this is not even the true rookie for Andrea Pirlo. There is one earlier when Andrea Pirlo, I believe, was playing on second division in the Italian league. But the best midfielder I ever saw, and I don't think he's close. I know some people disagree, but the best midfielder I ever saw is this man, Xavi Hernandez. This man alone ended up changing football in my perspective, with Iniesta, of course. Iniesta was, and Busquets. Some people forget about Busquets for some reason, but this man, in my perspective, was the definition of tiki-taka. And if you guys remember Barcelona 10 years ago, Barcelona was completely dominating football. And yeah, I mean, Xavi Hernandez, the best midfielder ever. Again, I know is a hot take for a lot of you guys, just my perspective. So going with the Xavi Hernandez on the midfield, this was not an easy choice. I believe Modric have a strong argument, since, look, Modric is winning so much things with Real Madrid, and up playing so well, even if not winning, but playing so well for Croatia, that Modric is a very good choice. And let me say another thing: if you want to put Kroos, I think that's another good choice. If you want to put the legends from Premier League, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, all of those have some merits, and all of those are players that I end up loving watching. But I thought Modric was in a different level, but even then, is not my choice. So going with Xavi on the midfield, you probably guys are expecting this one, but is Andres Iniesta. I mean, putting Xavi and not putting Iniesta is almost a crime. I know some people sometimes say the best trio I ever saw was Neymar, Suarez, and Messi. I always say no. The best trio I ever saw was Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi. I understand the different positions, but those three guys together, and again with Busquets, even myself, that I'm a big fan of Sergio Busquets. Sometimes I forget about him, because we are talking about legendary players like Xavi and Iniesta. So my midfield, I mean, I'm sorry for what I saw, for what my eyes saw in the basically for players I saw playing. I need to put those two together. There is no way around that. Now let's go into a different one. I believe in this case, I will talk about Ronaldinho later. Let's go into Neymar. Choosing the left winger was quite easy, and you guys probably know the person that I will choose for the left winger. If you guys don't know, you guys probably don't follow football that close, and that's fine, by the way. But I thought Neymar is one of the best left wingers I ever saw. There are also other names. I think Ribéry is also an amazing choice, but I think Neymar is a more popular player. I think is more magic. Maybe Ribéry was a little bit more consistent. But again, all of those options are great. By the way, you guys are seeing Ronaldinho. I was debating a lot, because I believe you can put Ronaldinho as the left winger, because his prime was as a left winger. Some people don't remember this, but when Ronaldinho ended up winning Ballon d'Or at Barcelona, he was playing in that position, and in my perspective was his prime. Yeah, but again, it is what it is, and adapting a little bit for my team. So Neymar, a decent case, but the man that will go for that position for me is top three ever, and is the man. Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, I'm sorry, there is no debate on that position. I don't think you guys actually are seeing Thierry Henry on the screen. Thierry Henry also played a little bit on the left side, but I believe Thierry Henry was better as a striker. So, but again, Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm sorry, there is no way around that you can make a team without Cristiano Ronaldo, at least in the last 20 years. And I feel, again, Neymar, great, but Cristiano Ronaldo, GOAT. Those are two different things. Moving on. In this case, you guys are seeing Ronaldinho, so I end up putting a not very defensive midfield, and Ronaldinho was the one I struggled the most because look, I need to put Xavi and Iniesta together on my midfield, even if I love Ronaldinho more than those two. Okay, well, Ronaldinho is my favorite player ever. But I cannot make Ronaldinho on this team, especially because I never end up enjoying Ronaldinho that much on playing as a midfielder or even as attacking midfielder. Like I said, I think his best position was the Cristiano Ronaldo position, a player that was a left winger. So for all of that things, and his prime was so good, but the reality is his career is not that impressive, especially when you compare with other players you guys are seeing on the screen. Still, I think he's a crazy, crazy good player, a player that ended up impacting my generation, my favorite player ever. But sadly, it's not making my team, and maybe I will regret this one. Maybe in the past, I actually did my best 11 and then putting Ronaldinho because again, it's all about opinions, right? In the end, this is so difficult. So, what's the man that goes for his position? Is for me, another GOAT, Zinedine Zidane. I mean, I think this midfield works a little bit better than with Ronaldinho. I think those are more classic midfielders, Xavi, Iniesta, and Zidane. And yeah, I love. I was such a big fan of Zidane that for me makes also a lot of sense to have Zidane on my team. And apart from that, again, this man ended up winning 3 times best player in the world, Ballon d'Or winner, etc., World Cup winner, Euro Cup winner. Yeah, so I think makes a lot of sense. Let's go a little bit back because I'm forgetting about this. I end up choosing the Panini Calciatore sticker also for Maldini. I think it's a classic one. I know that there is for Bajan, I also believe for Maldini there is rarer rookies than those ones, but I think the classic look of the Panini Calciatore makes a lot of sense for me. Roberto Carlos and Cafu Brazilian releases that are not that easy to find, and I think they look nice. For Iniesta, for me, like I said a lot of times actually, this is the Holy Grail card. I understand Mundi Chromo is very popular, and by the way, in good grades is actually demanding a big premium right now, but I tend to believe the Panini stickers for, especially the headshot being real, is the Holy Grail for Iniesta and for Xavi. I love all the releases for Xavi, I love the Mundi Chrome, I love the ST sticker, but this Panini card, in terms of eye appealing, is something that I really like. And for Zinedine Zidane, there is only one true rookie in my book, at least. This one and apart from that, is a very, very nice sticker. For Cristiano Ronaldo, I was not sure. I'm gonna be honest. I thought about putting the sticker. I think the sticker is super iconic also, but I think the market prefers the card, the Mega Crack, so I end up going with that. Moving on to the right winger. And again, this was another super easy. My honorable mention was a little bit more difficult, or in this case, not an honorable mention. My second choice, I was between Figo. I thought Robben had a strong case for that also, but let's be real. You guys know what's the player that goes for that position. By the way, this Figo sticker, rookie sticker in this case, is quite difficult to find. And it's a Portuguese release, automatic. There is more rarity than a bigger country, of course. But the player that goes for this position and one of the most popular cards in the hobby is Lionel Messi. For me, the best player I ever saw. Again, I know some people actually believe the best player ever, but at least the best player I ever saw, with Cristiano Ronaldo being a very close second. So yeah, the card I ended up choosing is Messi 7 on Bs. I think the other rookies are also great. The Mundi Chrome was a nice option. The SS sticker was a nice option. But this card is just more iconic. Same logic almost with the Cristiano Ronaldo one. Mega Cracks being such an important brand. And this, again, is actually the set that ends up repeating, right? You see Sergio Ramos and you see Messi from Mega Cracks 2004. The striker one was a easy one for me, not gonna lie, but I thought Henry also deserves some attention on this conversation. Probably the best Premier League player ever, legendary player, no doubt about that. And there is more honorable mentions. Again, this is so difficult. If you tell me, what about Lewandowski? What about Suarez, Benzema, Drogba, Shevchenko? All of those guys are incredible. All of those guys are great. I think, at least in my perspective, I think to believe Henry is a little bit over those guys. Ibrahimovic was another strong choice, of course. I think the player that can actually go to Henry level, because I still believe he can play 4 or 5 or even 5 seasons at top level, is Lewandowski. Lewandowski is getting to a point that we need to start having gold talk around this position. That's the reality. But for now, I would still go on my secondary team with Henry. But the number one player, and by the way, they end up choosing this rookie one. I think is the most beautiful. I also like the Melhores Equipes de Europa, but the Panini Foot is just such a beautiful sticker that for me was a easy one. And the best, in this case, number 9 I ever saw playing. Easy one for me. Like I said, I think Henry is great, but this man was special. Ronaldo Nazário Lima. Some people say the true Ronaldo, the fat Ronaldo. There is so many nicknames. Look, what can I say? This man was special. Also one of my favorite players ever. And yeah, well, I mean, this was an easy choice. For me, the attack was quite easier. Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, and Ronaldo, no brains. The midfield ended up struggling a little bit more because I thought Ronaldinho was an option. I thought Modric could be an option. Iniesta, Xavi, Pirlo. Again, it's a little bit more difficult for me. But that being said, this is my best 11 that at least I saw playing. I know some of you guys will disagree, but instead of leaving a dislike or something like that, leave on the comments your best 11. I mean, in the end, this is so fun to debate. In the end, this is, again, I love to do this type of things. And by the way, if you guys actually enjoyed this one, don't forget the like. That means that I should do more stuff like this. Of course, as you can see, I'm trying to put in perspective with the soccer card market, soccer sticker market. By the way, an explanation for the Ronaldo sticker. Some people will prefer the Mundo Deportivo card, but look, my team is all Panini stuff, and for me made way more sense to put the Panini football. Panini for me, in terms of lineage, does not get better than that. So yeah, that's my choices. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you guys really enjoyed this one, leave a like. I was thinking about doing a Premier League one because I think that will also be a lot of fun. The best Premier League 11 that I saw playing. So if you guys really enjoy this one, and if you think that could be a good idea, leave a like. Those type of videos, again, are easy to do it, and I have a lot of fun doing those ones. So to finish this, let me just do a shameless plug to my Patreon. Guys, this is the beginning of the month. If you guys want to join the Patreon, this is the best time, of course. Tomorrow I will put the Q&A number 40 on my Patreon. It's crazy that I already did 40 Q&As. It's actually, in this case, 49, but soon 40. It's actually crazy. When I started Patreon, again, I was not sure about that, but things are going super well on that side. The community is amazing there, and I end up answering more than 200 questions already. So yeah, apart from that, I always talk about the Q&As, but there is actually extra audio on Saturday. It's more like a podcast, but the name is up to you. I call that extra audio, that I share my thoughts on the market, things that I'm seeing right now on the market, and random shot to some extent. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Check my link for Patreon. Again, Patreon is around $10 plus some tax, if that's a lot for you, and could be the case. One thing that is free is my Discord server. We are more than 400 members, and I will leave the invite link on the description of this video. So check both. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. The conclusion, you guys always know: collect things you love, price what you pay, values what you get. thank you so much for spending time listening to me, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye.